What's going on, guys? Piluk Hockey here, and I am back with another video. And as you can see by the title, I'm going to be talking about the Drew Doughty and Erik Karlsson situation. And we both know that they've been pretty vocal about the fact that they may not be happy where they are, or they may be looking for a change of scenery. And a lot of people have been questioning, why do it now? You're both not UFAs till 2019. So we're going to get right into it. So right now, the LA Kings are second in the Pacific, and the Ottawa Senators are 7th in the Atlantic. So this is just at the time I'm making the video. So that could change right now. If you're watching this later, they could be all over the place. But for Drew Doughty, before the season started, I think he was already looking at the fact that he may not be an LA King for this entire season. Because for a lot of people, they did not expect the LA Kings to be in a great position. Now, on the flip side, a lot of people expected the Ottawa Senators to be a better team after having a decent run at the Stanley Cup last year, almost making it there. So this is kind of a weird situation because for Karlsson and Ottawa fans, it's kind of like, oh, we expect Karlsson to stay locked in forever. He's going to retire a Senator. He's going to be here. Whereas with Kings fans, they might have gone before the season starts, damn, Doughty might be a guy that we could trade at the deadline because I don't think we're going to be that great this year. Now, if I'm wrong, let me know. But that was kind of the vibe I was getting from Kings and Senators fans and just looking up articles before the season started and even a month in. But the LA Kings are a team that I don't think that they want to lose Drew Doughty, but with the way he's talking, I think they're starting to get a little bit scared. Now, Doughty hasn't said, oh, I'm not going to come back to LA and I'm finished with this place. So after I'm done here this season, I'm going to ask for a trade in the summer, and yeah, that's about it. Because just know that it's not just this season and then they're hitting the free agent market. It's this season, the following season, like next year, and then in the summer of 2019, they will be free agents. So there is a lot of time for decisions to be made. So with Drew Doughty, I think since he's been vocal for the past year, I think that he may have underestimated his team a little bit before this season, so that's why he was saying stuff. And now Karlsson getting involved in it is funny, and well, not for Senators fans, but him getting involved with it now is because, hey, maybe he's starting to question it a little bit. I think personally, Doughty and Karlsson both want to stay, but if they can, get paid better for a longer term somewhere else, they might do that. Although I think LA and Ottawa are the only teams that can sign him for, 7 years? Or am I mixing up sports here? So let's talk about Drew Doughty first. Drew Doughty definitely was saying things before Erik Karlsson and bringing this up before, like I mentioned, because of the fact that he might have figured the Kings may be in a position to clean house and make some trades. So he, on Tim and Sid, was talking about the fact that, playing for the Maple Leafs wasn't out of the possibility. Him getting paid in free agency and at least testing the waters wasn't completely out of it. But now it kind of seems like the fact that he also said that he wanted to win and he wanted to win cups, he has a chance at least this year to make some noise with the LA Kings. Do I think they're a cup contender? Probably not. But they are second currently when I'm making this video, and they look like they're in a better position they thought they would be. But if they don't make it to where they want to be, let's say they fall out of the playoff picture, or they make the playoffs and it's a first-round early exit and it doesn't look good. This summer, are the Kings going to consider moving Doughty before allowing him to just walk? Me personally, I'm not positive, because then you're telling your fans, yeah, we made it to the playoffs. We're not going to commit to Drew Doughty because we're not sure if we're going to be good. Personally, as a hockey fan, and if I was in that position, I would see where the Kings go. And like I said, even if they make it to the playoffs, unless they make a deep playoff run, you're going to have to consider trading Doughty in the summer for his maximum value, or at the deadline for a great value as well. Because you can't let a guy like Doughty walk, even though he has been great with LA and he's been great with the community and everything like that. You can't just let him walk completely, because you could really get a haul back for Drew Doughty. And it seems like I said, that unless they make a deep playoff run, you're going to have to consider trading Doughty. Obviously next summer, because you're not going to want him to just completely walk. Again, this is just me talking about it. Kings fans, don't get too angry. Erik Karlsson, he comes into play when people are starting to question if the Senators are going to be able to compete. They're not playing very good. They're obviously on a huge decline of where they were last year. And Erik Karlsson's name was brought up because of the fact that they're not good and he is the best tradable asset on their team. Again, not tradable, but he's the biggest trade asset on their team. He could bring back the most from their team. We've seen Turris leave because of management, apparently. Nobody wants to see their management and their whole staff basically stay because it hasn't been a good season. They haven't been making the moves that they want to. They got Duchesne. It didn't work out so far. So obviously there's more hockey to play, but Karlsson has been a name brought up. People are mentioning the fact that every player had to submit a 10-team list that they could be traded to. Karlsson was a part of that group, of course. So it's a little bit scary right now in Ottawa. And obviously, like I said, Karlsson is the biggest name. And he is also being brought up with the fact that Drew Doughty said that him and Karlsson have talked and that they both believe that they're worth more than PK Subban, and his cap hit is like $9 million. So with bonuses and everything like that, you're looking at paying, what, $12 million a season for Doughty or Karlsson every single year for 7, 8 years, 6, 7, 8 years, whatever they get. That's a lot of money. And for Senators fans and Kings fans, I'm not sure if management is really trying to push for that if both teams decide to go a different direction and retool or rebuild. Because both teams have a lot of tradable assets, in my opinion. And of course, Doughty and Karlsson are at the top for both of those. So, again, with Ottawa and Karlsson, I think that he would like to stay. And again, with Doughty as well, I think he would stay. But I think both really would like to test the open market. And I have written down beside me here on a piece of paper the UFA D class of 2019. Again, the defensive class for 2019. It's not this season. It's not next season. It's the season after. So the D class so far, like again, I'm recording this now, and somebody might have got signed by now when you're watching this. So yeah, so obviously it's highlighted by Doughty and Karlsson. Then you have guys like Oliver Ekman-Larsson, who again, a huge name for defensemen. Then you have Ryan Ellis, Tyler Myers, Ryan McDonough, and Nate Schmidt. So that's a lot of good names. That's the second tier of defensemen. So it's going to be a very wild market, and I think that if guys like Doughty and Karlsson were to be traded, especially with teams looking for defensemen, you're going to have to trade them in the next summer, because if you feel like you're going the opposite direction, you don't want teams to jump on some of these other names first and go, we're happy with the second tier. Ekman-Larsson, Ellis, McDonough, these are great names. We don't need to go after these big guys with huge money, even though they could be game-changing pieces. We can build around these other guys. So these Ottawa and LA might have to make a move. With LA, I think it's more or less they will have to move Doughty. I think that even though they're playing good this year, I think that they might have to. Doughty's been a little bit more vocal. Whereas with Karlsson, he may be swayed to stay, and if management changes or something changes, he may be able to sign a contract and Ottawa continue to be a better team in the coming years, which Ottawa Senators fans may disagree with, but I don't know. This video's been kind of all over the place, but my main point is the fact that with Doughty and Karlsson being vocal like this, especially Doughty, I would be a little bit worried, especially if the teams both don't really have a huge winning direction coming up. And both teams seem to be not exactly looking like cup contenders in the next couple years. And those two guys can help you build towards a Stanley Cup in the future. You would get a huge haul back. And as a fan who likes hockey trades, I mean, who wouldn't want to see two big names like that get dealt? It would be pretty interesting, and even Oliver Ekman-Larsson. So let me know what you guys think. LA fans, Ottawa fans, don't hate me. It's just a discussion video. Hopefully you guys liked it. I'm going to be doing some more live streams and some more videos coming up. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. I'd love to have more hockey conversations with you. I'll see you in the next video or stream. Peace.